She is 20 years old with a fresh Olympic gold medal. Tonight, she owned the Met Gala red carpet in a custom Louis Vuitton gown. Alyssa Liu is not your average figure skater. Honestly, she never has been. If you have been sleeping on this athlete, trust me, after tonight, the entire world is watching. Let us break down what really went down at the Met Gala. This was more than just a dress, it was a massive statement. This was a 20-year-old gold medalist telling the industry, I am here, I am staying, and I am doing it on my terms. The custom Louis Vuitton dress, designed by Nicolas Ghesquière himself, was a billowing, dramatic scarlet red. But here is the thing, the dress was only half of the story. It was how she wore it, with her signature striped hair and smiley piercing. She brought a specific energy to the red carpet unlike anything else. Fashion editors are already calling her a punk rock princess. Honestly, that description is spot on. Let us rewind for a second. To see why tonight matters, you have to know who Alyssa Liu really is and where she started. She has been on the ice since she was just a kid. She was the youngest U.S. figure skating champion ever. Then she walked away. Then she returned. She faced off against the best in the world. She did not just compete, she dominated and took home Olympic gold. And she did it while staying completely, unapologetically herself. That is rare. In the world of elite sports, especially figure skating, things can be incredibly rigid and old school. There are massive expectations regarding your look, your interviews, and how you present yourself to the entire world. Alyssa Liu has spent her career quietly breaking every single one of those rules. Now, the fashion world is watching. On the very morning of the Met Gala, Louis Vuitton announced that Alyssa Liu is their newest house ambassador. Let that sink in. One of the most prestigious fashion brands on earth looked at this 20-year-old skater from the Bay Area and simply said, "She is exactly the person we want representing our brand." That is no small feat. It is a massive, career-defining moment for her. The partnership makes total sense once you see her style. Alyssa Liu does not dress like your typical athlete-turned-celebrity. She never plays it safe. She does not just wear whatever a stylist hands her, she has a real point of view. She loves baggy silhouettes and layering, mixing unexpected pieces and somehow making it all look completely effortless. She says her unique style was deeply shaped by growing up in the Bay Area. If you know the Bay Area, you know it is all about that mix of laid-back, cool, and fearless individuality. That is exactly what you see in her. This past March, she attended her first Paris Fashion Week show, sitting front row at Louis Vuitton. When she spoke about the experience, it was so refreshing to hear someone in her position be that honest. She admitted she had no real idea how fashion shows even worked. She was just excited to be there, to see the looks, and soak in the room. No fake confidence, no pretending she has done this forever, just pure, honest curiosity. That raw authenticity is exactly why people are drawn to her. She actually chose her own look for that Paris show right after her first fitting with the brand. First fitting, first show, front row. That is how fast her life is moving right now. Let us talk about the theme, because it explains why Alyssa Liu is a perfect fit. The 2026 Met Gala dress code is Fashion is Art. It is tied to the Costume Institute's new exhibition called Costume Art. This show explores the deep connection between our clothing and the human body. It is all about individuality and expression, using fashion as a form of art, rather than just a status symbol or a social obligation. If you look at Alyssa Liu's relationship with her own appearance, from her iconic striped hair and that smiley piercing she is so open about, right down to the way she builds an outfit, every single choice lines up perfectly with that theme. She is not dressing to fit in, she is dressing to express herself. There is a real artistic intention behind every choice, even when she makes it look effortless. That smiley piercing got an incredible amount of attention during the Olympics. People were fascinated because it felt like such a bold, deliberate, and personal choice for a skater. You do not get a frenulum piercing by accident. You do not keep it while competing on the world stage by accident. It was her way of saying, this is who I am, even now, even under all this scrutiny and pressure. That is a level of self-possession that most people spend their entire lives trying to find. She mastered it at 20. And that leads to the single most vital fact about Alyssa Liu that reveals everything. Her core mindset for decisions. She is remarkably open about her process. She uses one simple filter. If it is not a loud, enthusiastic yes, it is a no. Period. Forget overthinking, people-pleasing, or doing things just because society says you should. She ignores all that. If her gut does not say yes, she walks. Think about how bold that is for an athlete raised in the strict, judgmental world of elite competition her entire life. The weight of saying yes to every deal, every brand, and every public appearance request is absolutely massive. But she basically told the world, no. I only do things that feel real. I only choose paths I truly believe in. That is why the Louis Vuitton partnership feels like truth, not business. Her Met Gala moment felt like a natural evolution, not a PR stunt. She is not chasing red carpet clout or brand deals just to build a hollow celebrity image. She chooses things that resonate with her identity, and everything else gets rejected. And the high fashion world, which sniffs out fake vibes from a mile away, has definitely noticed. When someone enters a room being their 100% authentic self, you can feel it. It hits differently. You cannot fake that energy. You cannot hire a PR team to manufacture it. You either have that spark or you do not. Alyssa Liu has it. Now, look at how she views this current chapter of her life. She is very vocal about defining her own success on her own terms, ignoring external stats, and what people think a post-Olympic champion should do. She is not following any script. She is handling a massive new level of fame, the kind that follows gold medals, luxury fashion deals, and Met Gala debuts. And she is doing it while keeping her feet firmly on the ground. That is incredibly difficult to manage. The weight of this much attention can totally warp a human being. We have seen it countless times with young sports stars and icons who reach this peak of visibility and then spend years trying to find their way back home to themselves. The ones who refuse to lose their souls through the noise, they build careers that actually last. And watching Alyssa Liu move through this spotlight, it feels like she is one of them. She is not trying to be a fashion icon. She just is one by refusing to be anyone else. She is not forcing a pivot into media. She is just following her curiosity and doing what feels right. Because of that, everything she touches feels real and fascinating and actually worth our collective attention. So tonight, when she stepped onto that Met Gala carpet in that bold Louis Vuitton gown scarlet, flowing and dramatic, it was more than just a photo. It was a 20-year-old who knows her identity, standing in the center of the biggest night in fashion, looking completely at home. Remember this moment, because this is only the beginning.